Hey there and welcome to another Dave Does video, and today we are checking out the band Kalahari and this song is Theia. It's always very nice when a band reaches out or someone of the band reaches out and asks me to go check out a band specifically via they email me over it, and of course I'm more than happy to do so when I get round to them. So this is the first chance I've had to do this Kalahari and Theia, and I'm looking forward to checking this one out. Now before we start the video, would you like to win yourself a custom built electric guitar? If you would, all you've got to do is get involved with the £5 guitar raffle. It's in the description down below. But basically, you'll get your chance to win your own version of this style of guitar. This is my Les Paul version, but we will either be doing a Telecaster, Stratocaster, Les Paul, PRS or an SG. The guitar will be made by myself. You'll then have engravings. I've got all my lovely engravings of different artists that I really like. And basically, it'll be made, specified for yourself. And then shipped worldwide to wherever you are, whoever the winner is around the world. Obviously got to raise enough money to pay for the materials and the shippings, hence why the raffle stays open until the end of July. So get involved, get your raffle tickets, let's do this. Best of luck. Now, if you like the video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like, share, leave the comments down below, get involved with the challenges. We've got the originals versus covers, and of course the greatest song ever challenge. Both are in the description down below. Click on the links and get involved. If you want to support the channel, you can do so via Patreon, priority video requests, Rotting Inside Craft Shop, and of course Bandcamp for the band Nothing Gained. All details are in the description. I'm going to be scoring this video out of our not top 10. We're going to be using the greatest song ever scoring system. So that's 4 categories: lyrics, melody, hook, and overall appeal. The general gist is, if you score over 50, you're doing pretty well. Because if you imagine asking 100 people what they thought of a song, if you get more than 50, at least half the people have liked your track, and that's a good place to be. But I'm going to do it on my kind of benchmarking of other bands I've heard, etc. So it should be fun to do. Let's do this. Count it in. This is Kalahari and Theia. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's find out what they're like. God, I really need to clean my studio room up. It's an absolute bloody mess in here today. Just dumps of just crap everywhere. Okay, so it's Kalahari and Theia. Is it Theia or Fear? I'm not sure how it's gone. Theia, Fear. Who knows? Very cool. Really liked it. So scores will obviously come up on the screen, but here's my thoughts on listening to the track. So it's got a cool, smooth, eerie intro, which I really liked. With a nice, smooth transition into the next part of the song. And I always talk a little bit about that, about how natural that when you do like a kind of atmospheric intro and then just go into it, did it add anything? Does it mean anything? This one I feel actually worked really well. Sometimes I listen to it and go, it just doesn't add anything apart from adding an intro for the sake of adding an intro. I thought it was good. Strong dynamics, really cool, real punchy on the point. So lots of lovely accents. And I'm not talking about different vocal accents. I'm talking about obviously accents at certain points with the punching on the dan, dan, those little things, dan, 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 dan. So just where they're like on the guitar riff, I think on the verse there, down, 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 and the drums and all the guitar riffs all looking well together. Got kind of cool power metal vibe at certain points. Vocally, at certain points, it's got a really cool 80s rock metal vibe on the vocals, and actually when it's getting into the more operatic crescendo style of vocals, it reminded me of a band called Kill to This, who use a kind of similar vocal style on on some of their tracks, not on their main vocal bits, but when they do some of their big choruses, has the same sort of vibe. For me, this song sounds as though it's from the 2000s, and the reason I say that is if you had brought this out in around 2000, it would have been kind of right on the edge of where this sort of stuff was coming from. Now, I don't think there's been anything since 2010 that's come out. Maybe something like the Who and that kind of throat warbling metal that's come out. Gentin, that's become bigger over the last sort of 10 or so years. Apart from that, I haven't heard a massive evolution of music over the last sort of 10 years. So I think since about the new metal crossing with hardcore, so when we got that kind of that element, there hasn't been a huge progression. And productions basically, since we've got bands like the Slipknots and Machine Heads, and they got that wall of sound sort of thing from the early 90s, and I think the 90s to the 2000s we had a really good progression on production, and then I think between 2000s and 2020, so in the last 20 years, productions had small variety changes, but you can feel this song has used all the influences of the bands that they've grown up with. I don't know how old the people on this band are, but I would say they've definitely they were influenced by bands from the 90s and the early 2000s. That's where they've got their influences from, and it sounds cool. I'm not saying that they copied, I'm just saying that you can hear the influences on the music. Has a kind of prog doom metal, and even points I could kind of almost hear some Amon Amarth in there. But yeah, great track, really enjoyed it. I'm more than happy to go and check these guys out again. Now, if you like this video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like, share, leave the comments down below. And that, of course, is how Dave does it.